Welcome to Lesson 7-4 called Probability. Probability is going to be the title of your Cornell notes. For the date, you can put 12, 19, 13. We're almost to the end of the year. So 7-4 probability. Let me zoom in. Where's my eraser? Why doesn't it give me an eraser? I don't know why. Oh well. Okay, right here it says, when tossing a coin, there are two possible outcomes. So in your notes, in your Cornell notes, I want you to record that outcomes are what could happen. What could happen? Okay, so when you toss a coin, what could happen? You could get heads or you could get tails. And those are the outcomes of tossing a coin. It says, suppose you are looking for heads. If the coin lands on heads, this would be a favorable outcome or a simple event. The chance that some event will happen, in this case the penny or the coin landing on heads, is called probability. And that's what we're studying, the chance of something happening. You can use a ratio to find probability. The probability of an event is a number from 0 to 1, including 0 and 1. The closer a probability is to 1, the more likely it is to happen. So something that's impossible would be 0 or 0%. Okay? If it's equally likely to occur, that means that you have the same number of like heads or tails. There's one head and one tail. You have the same number, so that's equally likely. That's 1/2 or 50%. And then if you have 100% probability of something that's going to happen, that means it for sure is going to happen. These are a lot like fractions, so since you know how to name fractions, you can do this. It's going to be very easy for you. Okay, look at example 1. You don't need to write this down, just watch. There are 4 equally likely outcomes on the spinner. 1, 2, 3, 4. Find the probability of spinning green or blue. Okay, so how many green ones are there? There's 1. How many blue ones are there? There's 1. Together, that's 2. 2 sections out of 4 possibilities. Okay, there's 2 out of 4. So that's the same thing as 1/2 when you simplify it. And that gives you the probability. The probability of landing on green or blue is 1/2. Okay?
Teachers and students, please pardon this interruption. At this time, 8th grade.
Okay, the next vocabulary word, this is going to be important, you're going to see this a lot, is complementary events. Complementary events are 2 events in which either one or the other must happen, but both cannot happen at the same time. The sum of the probabilities of complementary events is 1. So, like if you toss a coin and you land on heads, okay, the complement to that is the other one, tails. You can't land on heads and tails at the same time. Okay, the probability of getting heads is 1 out of 2 different outcomes. There's only 1 head out of 2 outcomes. And the same thing with tails. There's only 1 out of 2 that you could get. What is 1/2 plus 1/2? It's equal to 1. Right here, the sum of the probabilities of complementary events is 1. Okay, let's go to example 2. They're going to talk about complementary events on example 2. There is a 25% chance that Sam will win a prize. What is the probability that Sam will not win a prize? That not winning a prize is its complementary event. That is its complement. Okay, the probability, you see how they wrote the P next to the parentheses? That's a short way to say the probability of winning plus the probability of not winning is equal to 1. When you add them together, you either win or you don't win. You can't do both. And they said the probability of winning is 25 hundredths. Okay? What would this number have to be for that to equal 1? 1 whole, take away 25% or 25 hundredths is equal to 75 hundredths. You can think of this like what? You can think of it like money. So the probability that Sam won't win a prize is 75 hundredths, 75%, or 3/4. These are all equivalent. Remember our Dr. Pepper strategy right here? You see how they use the Dr. Pepper strategy? Okay, now in your notes, you need to record this work. I just wanted you to watch that. Now you can record it on your notes. There is a 90% chance that it will rain. What is the probability that it will not rain? Okay, remember it has to equal 100%. So 90 plus what is equal to 100%? If you don't know, you can go to the side and do what? You can just subtract those. That gives you 10%. Okay, so the probability that it will not rain is 10%. One pin is chosen without looking from a bag that has 3 blue pins, 6 red, and 3 green. Find the probability of each event. Write each answer as a fraction, a decimal, and a percent. So we are going to be reviewing those 3 ways to write the same number. Okay, so you have 3 blue pins, B, 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 6 red, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 3 green, 1, 2, 3. So how many is that all together? That's 12 pins. So let's find the probability, look at number 2, of getting a green. What fraction of these pins is green? 3 out of what? 3 out of 12. Okay, and they have a common factor of 3, so that is 1/4. Okay, which is equal to 25 cents, 25 hundredths, and then change that 25 hundredths to a percent, 1, 2, that is 25%. Okay, this should be memorized. It's like money, fourths. Okay, what's the probability of getting blue or red? You have to combine those. There's 3 blues, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 red, so that's 9 altogether. 9 out of 12. They have a common factor of 3. That leaves you with 3/4. Again, we have fourths. You should have those memorized. What's 3/4? 75 cents. And what percent is that? 75%. There's our fraction, our decimal, and our percent. What's the probability of getting a yellow? There's no yellow, so that means it's impossible. 0%. 0, and 0 as a fraction is just 0. And that's the end of this lesson. Did y'all hear the bell? It means it's time to go. Bye.